Hey y'all, Barley here, and today we're headed to San Antonio to start our westward expansion in this episode of On Air Heavy Metal. Well, we have a lot to discuss when we get up to cruise, but for now, let's kick this pig. Alright, everything down here is in the proper position. Everything up here is off. So let's get a battery going. And how about a strobe light? We'll know what's about to happen. Something bad's about to. Let's see. Flight plan. KMTH, Marathon, CYY, yes, bag, cigar, back at Holler, that's entry point. We're on 3 arrival for runway 04. Was I expecting runway 4? Where is it? I was expecting 22. Okay. But I'm assuming that's not going to be. What? At arrival? On 3. We're expecting 22. Gotta check these things. Okay. Load that. That looks correct. Runway 22, and then somewhere in here we will add an approach. Once we know what the approach will be, it's gonna be our nav. There's only those are your choices for 22. Now, if they change it, hopefully it's just as easy once a flight plan's going. Change this. If I wanted to remove it, that'd be okay. Every time I get new, different FMS, different GPS, all that kind of stuff, I just have to remember what it can and can't do. It's, you know, it's stuff to remember, right? All right, so now we've got this set up. We know we're taking off. Oh, well, we probably could use clearance. So let's, since the battery's on, we can do such things. Let's do... And request our IFR clearance.
Miami Radio Barley 01 ready to copy IFR clearance to San Antonio.
Barley 01 is cleared to San Antonio Airport as filed. Climb and maintain 12,000 feet. Departure frequency is 124.7 squawk 2765. Clearance void 30 minutes from now.
Alright, we're taking off runway 7, but she gave us 12,000 feet, 24.7, 2765. Got it, so that back.
Barley 01 cleared to San Antonio Airport
and let's start inputting things.
Climb and maintain 12,000 feet.
12,000.
Departure is 124.7 squawk 2765. Clearance void 30 minutes from now.
Barley 01 readback is correct. Good day.
12,000. And then we're taking off runway 7. Oh, we'll just do IIS next. IIS. And then we'll do 130. No, 130. There you go. Now we'll put in our heading. We're doing runway 7, which is 071. 71. All right. Heading, FLC, all that is goodness. All right. Can tune local traffic, and then we'll talk to him in a second. That away. All right. GPS is set. Altimeters are set. We can hit. We're 7 in standby. Switch to whatever. 2765 is the correct squawk code. All right, so radios are set. That is all the setting that needs to be done. All right, we have our strobe on, we have our battery on, so it's time to kick this pig. Right position. A lot of pig kicking going on tonight. Oh. Oh, yeah. Good. Right. Oh, idle. And... start her off. In the green. High idle. Really? Generator. Oh, we need that. Auto selector, trim. Everything is on. Get some additional lights on. Oh. That is all done. Right, so bleed air would be good. Go. Let's check our fuel situation, shall we? So let's undo this on this side. Do MFD. Cool. Full tanks. Good. That's what I wanted to see. Navcom. This can go back to full. I believe we are all set here. Heading FLC, just checking everything. Alright, there are no ground services here. He is a figment of your imagination, as is this ground power unit. We will take care of this on our own. Have we... move the throttle over to the other side. And we are going to reverse for a short period of time and then try to get around him. Parking brake is off. And here comes reverse. Okay. We didn't move. The parking brake is confirmed off. Parking brake is off. Oh, it'll go forward, but that's not what I want. There we go. Yeah, I really don't want to be in reverse this long, but he's in my way. I may just have to quit pretending that he's not there and actually just believe he's not there. This is going to take longer than a pushback would have, but there's no way to request one. Alright, that's probably good enough. We'll let that go to forward. Apply the brakes. All set here. Lights are on. Now let's inform the locals of what we are doing.
Kilo Mike Tango Hotel traffic Barley 01 is taxiing to runway 25.
Have all the appropriate lights. That really is in the way. Runway 7 is going to be to my... Okay. Forward. Nobody there. Here. Out of my face. Please. We go to this end of the airport. Let's add flaps. Here, and then we will confirm that we are in takeoff configuration. Alright, verify electrics are good. Electrics are good. Lead valve. Yeah, I know the pido's not on, that's fine. Everything there looks good. GPS set. Altimeter are set. Takeoff for flaps. Everything up here is on. The on, which is everything over there, and the proper lights here. Alright, so we're going to announce takeoff straight out for now. Straight out.
Kilo Mike Tango Hotel traffic Barley 01 taking off runway 25 departing straight out.
Hey. Yeah, let's taxi light off. Landing light on. Still clear on approach. Nobody on the runway. Altimeters are set. Get here and I believe we're ready to go. Gear up. Level out till we get flaps up. And start chasing the flight director. And pull power back. Takeoff is over. Alright, now we're going to start a right turn. Because we need to get to Marathon. Yes, I know, flight director. I'm not paying attention to you because I already know where I need to go. Maybe a little more. And at this point we can go nav, can flight change mode, adjust the engines appropriately. They are adjusted appropriately, and let's start doing some comm stuff. We need contact departure on 124.7, and we need to let them know we're here.
Miami Center Barley 01 is at 3,900 feet, climbing 12,000 feet.
Barley 01, Miami Center altimeter 29.90. Continue to Mike Tango.
90. There we go. 90 and 90. And where does the autopilot think it's going? Okay. It turned itself off. That's not helpful. Okay. It's all right, we can fix it. Yes, we can.
American 26906, you are 901 miles southwest. Maintain present heading and altitude. Expect ILS runway 9er approach via leg transition. Clear to leg.
Really don't need to go all the way back here. We just activate the next. I need to turn this down.
Maintain heading and altitude, expect ILS runway 9.
Nah, it's already, it's gonna take.
Transition clear to
Alright, so.
26906. American 269.
I think that was probably my fault. I was hand flying it, and I thought I hit the AP button, but I didn't check to make sure that the AP mode came on. But that's why I kept staring at the screen, and then noticing the AP was autopilot was not going where I expected. And it's all fixed. It's all better. So now it's doing what I want.
And maintain 4,000 feet.
Make sure that our differential pressure's okay, and then we're going to raise about 140 on the IIS. If we keep it at 130, the plane will outclimb the bleed air pressure system. So we gotta right around here. And the landing light off also. Let's check, make sure all systems we expect are on and the ones we expect off are off. That all looks good. Look down here and
is passing flight level 370, descending flight level 300.
cabin pressure looks good, electricals look good.
Sunwing
Engines look
6886 Miami
good.
Center. Continue to desk as planned.
Outside, we're going at 30,000 feet, so we're gonna need Vito. I'll just turn on now before I forget. IFR and below 5 degrees Celsius, and pitot heat is required in our operation. Alright, now we are going to use a significant amount of speeding up because this is actually a 4-hour flight,
79 miles southwest.
and
And maintain flight level
I don't
290.
think you want to watch a 4-hour video.
Approach Seal Lake transition. Clear to leg. Long cargo.
Now we're going to do a lot of on-air stuff here shortly,
Flight level 190.
but while we're climbing,
Long cargo 616.
we're climbing to 12,000, so we can just expect that's we're gonna get a step here in a second.
Long cargo 616 heavy descent and maintain 4,000 feet.
Right about now. Oh no, you're gonna wait until it comes up.
Descend and maintain 4,000 feet. Expect ILS.
Okay, it's gonna wait.
Approach. Seal Lake transition. Clear to leg long cargo 616 heavy. American 26906 contact Miami Center on 132.4. Good day.
They like making me push extra buttons.
Runway 01
There it is.
climb and maintain flight level 240.
Alright.
Climb and maintain flight level 240 Barley 01.
132.
Well, at least that means it's probably only one more step after that. Alright, 144. That's actually fine. Again, we have to watch this to make sure that we don't outclimb the bleed air system ability to pressurize the aircraft.
Miami Center, Sunwing 3027, flight level 390. Long cargo 616 heavy contact Miami Center on 132.4. Good day. Sunwing 3027 Miami Center, continue to desk as planned. 132 decimal, Full Rouge 1747. 132 decimal for long cargo 616 heavy.
Alright.
Sunwing 6886 descend and maintain flight level 180.
So on this flight, we're going to discuss my overall strategy to put FBOs
Flight level
as far west as possible
186.
and do a whole lot of on-air stuff to put that expansion into motion. Now, fair warning, I did some of the on-air stuff beforehand because it was going to be too much for the cruise portion of this unless I did the cruise portion in real time, so we were in cruise for like 3 hours. I didn't think you would want to watch 3 hours worth of on-air stuff. So, I'm going to show you what, when we get to cruise, I don't want to mess with the climb and all that kind of stuff. But once we get to cruise, we get stabilized, I will show you. Since you voted, remember this expansion, we were either going to go west, Western North America, or we were going to go south, further in the Caribbean and down into South America. And by y'all's vote, by a more than 5-to-1 margin, going west was the answer. So tonight, or whenever you see this video, you get to see how I'm implementing your decision. And this climb is going fairly quickly, especially since I've sped it up 2 times. Well, 1 speed up notch, but that's like twice as fast. Yeah. I think 2 notches is 4 times as fast. And we will be doing 2 notches when we get to cruise. Like I said, 4 hours is a little much for a video. Not only that, but uploading a 2K video, 1440p video, and it's 4 hours long. Oh my lord. Yeah, I'll get that next week. The normal 2K videos I shoot that are anywhere between an hour and an hour and a half take a long time. I tried 4K one time. I think it wanted to send me a calendar invite for when it would be done. Alright, we're going to 240. We need to switch over to... 2 here and just hit that button for the bottom one. Standard pressure. Make sure we level off at the right altitude. And really, I wish they would... See, this is the point when I wish they would say, oh, okay, here's your next step.
Barley 01, contact Miami Center.
No, we're gonna do a radio handoff first.
132 decimal for Barley 01. Miami Center, Barley 01, flight level 240.
Barley 01, Miami Center. Continue to Charlie Yankee Yankee as planned.
Okay.
Barley 01, climb and maintain flight level tree 00.
Climb and maintain flight level tree 00, Barley 01.
Barley 01, contact Miami Center on 13.75. Good day.
Guess that handoff was just to get the step
for Barley 01.
to cruise.
Miami Center, Barley 01 is at flight level 255, climbing flight level tree 00.
Barley 01, Miami Center. Continue to Charlie Yankee Yankee as planned.
Shouldn't be any more radio calls until Charlie Yankee Yankee when they give me another handoff and or whatever.
American 26 tree climb and maintain flight level tree 60. Descend and maintain flight level 190 United 341. Climb and maintain flight level tree 60 American 26 tree. United 341, you are 64 miles west. Descend and maintain 11,000 feet. Expect vectors. Visual runway 8 left approach.
Pressurization's doing fine.
Descend and maintain 2,000 feet.
Get ourselves set and cruise. Get the engines.
Descend and maintain 2,000
Engine.
feet. Expect vectors. Visual runway 8 left approach. United
Set.
341.
I'm doing 80% cruise. Oh. That's all there is to that.
Contact Miami Center on
Veto heat
132.4.
set. Lights are correct.
Good day.
Figured. It's great. Now that we really aren't be doing a lot of
United 341.
navigation, there's not a whole lot to see. Florida's over there. The Gulf of Mexico's over there. We're going that way. I'm really with this haze. I don't know how there is to see over there. But we're gonna put that down. And before we get to all the on-air stuff, I wanted to point out some things I noticed as far as the kind of simulator and on-air news you may or may not have heard. If you've heard it, well, you can fast forward right through this. But I was looking at both the June and July stuff from the Flight Simulator roadmap. Here, let me put it on screen for you. So for June, there's nothing of note until you get down to the 19th, and they're going to release their next Legend plane, and it's the Latticeur 631. Latticeur 631, which, if you don't know what that is, it's that. It's a flying boat. Those have to be radial engines. 6 radial engines and a twin tail. That might be fun to fly. I can't use it in the airline because it's not turboprop, but it wouldn't be very efficient anyway. But that I might just have to take out just for some fun. Other things I noticed in the roadmap, the rest is very French. They're doing a city update on the 19th as well, so I'm guessing some cities are going to get some enhanced terrain and stuff. You kind of get what those are. And then last is there's two things. Aircraft and Avionics Update 2, which I read through the entire release notes, and I won't do that to you. I won't read them one by one. The bulk of it is for the 747 and 787. So if you fly those, there's a whole bunch of avionics updates that you're going to want to pay attention to. I don't fly the jumbos, so it won't be me. No wide body flying here so far. I might change my mind later, but at the moment I don't. The other things I saw in there is that for the TBM 930, the radio altimeter will actually, if you use DA instead of MDA, then the radio altimeter will correctly call out minimums. Since I'm not Cat 2 certed, and neither is my airline, we use MDA for everything. So it really doesn't matter, even if the plane is capable. We don't train that. So that doesn't really matter to me. There were some other small tweaks and fixes, nothing serious as far as I was concerned. But you may want to check out the release notes for the Aircraft and Avionics Update 2 and see if there's something in there that matters to you. Last is, there's a new famous flyer coming, and we aren't going to know what it is till the 23rd, apparently. I guess we find out what it is on the 23rd. So cool, there's going to be a new plane of some type. We'll have to see what it is. Now, the last thing I noticed was this. Now, I'm going to be on vacation then, so I'm going to miss... If it really does show up early July, if it gets delayed, great. If not, you guys will have to enjoy whatever this is without me. I mean, I'll check in on the internet and such. But, yeah. We get a surprise in early July. It might just be a fireworks display somewhere or something like that, so I'm not trying to get too excited. I mean, I would fly... If they're doing like a fireworks display in New York or Sydney or Paris or something, I might have to fly in just to watch it. But I'm not going to be able to. I'll be watching a real fireworks display from an as of yet undisclosed location.
Climb and maintain flight level 290.
Other than that, there's a bunch of nothing after that. So that's kind of all the Flight Simulator roadmap news. Pretty sure I expected a call after that last waypoint. Make sure I didn't miss it. I did not. Okay. Let's see, Landcore. Here's the news from OnAir. Mining facilities and fishing camps. So you know I've introduced you guys to industries with my hunting camps, and then the Barley's pine furs and stuff. Pine furs and leather. Now they've added in mining and a fishing camp. Now the mining facilities, I've looked into it. I haven't had time to mess with it. But the mining facilities are basically...
Contact Miami Center on 133.275. Good day.
Going to 133.275.
You put an ore detector on your airplane, and then you fly around looking for valuable ore, and then find the center of where you want to... Okay. And then you try to find the center of the mine, because the ore detector gives you like a percentage. So you fly around till you find the center of the mine where the best ore is, and then you land and drop a base camp. And if you haven't seen base camps, hey, guess what OnAir chose to feature as their community featured video? That's mine. So watch this video if you want to know how base camps work. That's so cool. I love you, OnAir. Kisses, hugs, all those things. But and then when you place the base camp, you drop, you know, add a factory to it, and then you choose the mining camp, and then it goes, you know, you have to add all the construction materials, the builders, all that. Once it's built, you have miners, and there's regular miners, and then there's like foremen, and you have to have so many of each. And then it digs up ore, and then once you dig it up, you take it and sell it. The fishing camps work a lot like the hunting camps, except you need to have your base camp built on water, and there is a specific symbol that shows you that on the map. It's got your base camp and then a wavy line underneath it. I've seen it because I did put one of my base camps near water, not knowing about this, but so on accident, I have seen it. And you do that, and then when you build the fishing camp, it, you know, similar to the hunting camp goes out and takes the animals, and then it turns them into meat and pelts. Well, this one takes the fish and it turns it, and it extracts the fishing oil, the fish oil. I don't know if you get fish meat. I think you get fish meat too. So I think you get fish meat and fish oil, and then you can smoke the fish, and I don't know what you do with the fish oil. So I will have to play with these. I'm hoping they have lifted the factory limit from 3 to higher, because I already have 3. And if I'm going to play with these things, I'm going to need at least 2 more.
Contact Miami Center on 134.75.
Let me respond here.
134.75 for Barley 01. Miami Center Barley 01 flight level 300.
Since we don't navigation so much.
01 Miami Center, continue to be ATGS as planned.
Oh, I didn't really want that on the PFD. It doesn't matter, that's fine. I really don't need this to be bigger anyway.
Miami Center, American 362.
But anyway, so that's cool.
Flight level 260.
I will be messing with that, and of course there will be videos as soon as I get a minute. I'm trying to do this expansion that you guys all voted for, and we've got some exciting stuff to talk about now. Talk about that. So now that we're done with the news, we can take that off, get rid of those,
Maintain flight level 230.
and now it's time to start OnAir.
Continue as planned.
Let's see how much of our time we've gotten rid of so far. It says we're going to land at midnight UTC. So 3.5 hours. So yeah.
ILS runway 6 approach near Romeo Sierra Whiskey transition. Clear to Romeo Sierra Whiskey Delta
Okay, well, but
1083.
I wonder how much. As long as CPU is good.
507 contact
Oh,
Miami
oh,
Center
that was just for the
on
skip.
13.275.
So let's go one more notch of speedy.
Delta 1083.
See if CPU goes through the roof before I tack on add-on or OnAir.
Good day.
No, it's good. All right, so we're all good there.
Center United 188.
Let's get OnAir up.
15,400 feet.
I don't think we're gonna need 3 hours to do what we want to do. If I need more.
01 contact Miami Center on 132.35. Good day. United 188 for Miami Center.
That's the only problem with speeding up is when they talk too fast.
Continue to Romeo Sierra Whiskey as planned.
132.35 for Barley 01. Miami Center Barley 01 flight level 300.
Barley 01 Miami Center, continue to be ATGS as planned.
Do need to check on, make sure any pressure differences haven't moved our engines around. 80 is what we want.
Allegiant 866 contact Miami Center on 13 for decimal.
Lest we run out of fuel.
Good day.
But we've got 3.5 hours.
Spirit Wings 1348 contact Miami Center
250
on 13 for decimal
gallons of
75.
fuel.
Good
Where
day.
is my calculator?
JetBlue 2512 contact Miami Center
Zero.
on 13 for decimal 55. Good day.
1675.
Spirit
Head of
Wings
bags.
47, you are 400 feet below your assigned altitude. Climb and maintain 9,000 feet. Keep speed not above 210 knots altimeter 29er decimal
Looks
9.
good so far. I mean, it's not an exact matching because we aren't there right now, but
3,800 feet.
there's a lot of gap there.
1,000 feet.
Just so I don't have to mess with it for a little while. Well, we were there. Okay.
Center altimeter 29.9.
It happens fast. Okay. So back to OnAir.
866. You are 3 4 miles.
You notice nobody's flying any of our 18 planes and none of our 112 employees. Everybody's chilled because today was a busy day at the Barley household. We had family stuff to deal with, and we had yard work to do, and then I got to totally disassemble and reassemble my grill and clean it down to the bare bones, so been a little busy. But you want to know what my plan is.
Runway 6 approach near Romeo Sierra.
I shall share.
Clear to
So
Romeo
there's not much going on the live server because everybody's not grounded, but I haven't had time to put any work orders together today. So here's our major FBOs. We have smaller ones in the Yucatan, that kind of thing. But Marathon, which we just came from. Grand Cayman, which you should be familiar with if you follow the channel. This is Tampico, which also if you follow, you should know. And then San Antonio, where we're flying to, because I'm going to use San Antonio as the kickoff point for my westward expansion. Now, the first cities I'm going to add in are Las Vegas and Roswell, New Mexico. I tried to pick interesting places, and that's going to be an ATR route from San Antonio to Roswell to Las Vegas and then back. But also from Tampico to Las Vegas will be a route, and from Marathon to Roswell will be a C-130 route. These are going to be my longer C-130 routes. These are all set up, and if I have time, I will do some work orders to show you those routes, but those routes are set. What I've done next is we're going to add Los Angeles and Seattle. Los Angeles, the FBO's there. I don't know if I've done the queries yet. Seattle, I've done nothing. So setting up Seattle, you're definitely going to see tonight if you want to see how to add kind of with the strategy I use, which is with the double FBO queries. And then from there, where it gets really interesting, Seattle is going to have a C-130 route to Anchorage. And LAX is going to have a C-130 route to Honolulu. So that we will have covered the westernmost points-ish. I mean, Anchorage isn't the very west of Alaska, but it's in Alaska. We will have from Anchorage. I wanted to have a base of operations, though, so that I could have, you know, maybe ATRs or Cessnas or whatever running around here, and we might even set up a fishing camp or something up here, right? I mean, there's the Bering Sea. Maybe they have a crabbing boat you can set up. Well, they don't, but... So that's how I've planned it all. And this does not mean these are the only cities we'll go to. In fact, some of these routes I may rip up. I did that with the Caribbean, where I was like, yeah, that's not making enough money, not busy enough. So I'd find a different route. So from Los Angeles, though, could totally have San Diego involved. Maybe San Francisco, Los Angeles, San Diego is a kind of an ATR route. Obviously, Los Angeles to Las Vegas would work, and then maybe to Salt Lake. We need to bring Colorado into the mix. I mean, in the summer, it's not as big a deal, although there is, like, what's the Jeep thing? Starts with a T. Can't think of it. There's some mountain biking. There's stuff that people go to Colorado for in the summer. But if we get all that set up before the winter, then hey, we're set. So there's lots of things that we'll still do. And then all of these places can get connected to the places we already have, because we have Boston, we have Chicago, we have Raleigh, we have Panama City, Wichita, Kansas. So we have a lot of stuff that we can connect all the way across. Now, if you're wondering, why did he choose San Antonio? One, cool city. My wife's from there, and I lived there for a long time. I flew in and out of that airport hundreds, if not thousands of times. But also because tonight we're having fajitas for dinner. No, that has nothing to do with it. We are, but that had nothing to do with it. We already had an FBO here, and it's an easy connection to our Caribbean routes because it's south. So it lets me connect all of this into whatever I build over here, so that theoretically our passengers can use our airline and get from Grand Cayman to Alaska, if that's what they wanted to do, in turboprops. So now you know the plan. Now let's finish the plan. All right, so we need first. I need to remember if I set up LAX or not.
Southwest 126.
I know all the Las Vegas stuff is set up for LAX. So obviously, first you go to LAX to set up an FBO. When I do, if you have not done that before, when I do Seattle, you'll see how to start a new FBO if you haven't done that before or want to know how it works. But anyway, so yeah, and I did apparently, yep, 20,000 gallon capacity. That'll be there in 2 days. Let's see. Did we do any queries? We did. San Antonio. So this one was San Antonio. This is for the C-130s with 80 passengers and that kind of weight. This is San Antonio. That's C-130. That's C-130, and then nothing. Okay. Oh yeah, LAX. I haven't set up their local route yet, but I have set up their long distance route between San Antonio and Los Angeles. So this one is as set as it needs to be right now, but we do need to contact Jacksonville Center.
Good day. American 26
As soon as we get a word in edgewise.
on 127.65. Good day. Southwest 1382 Miami Center. Continue as planned.
Is that Baca?
American 25 for 1 contact Jacksonville Center on 119.1.
The only thing about using hyperspeed.
Good day. Frontier Flight 2099.
I have to slow it down because
Jacksonville Center
I'm not going to get a word in edgewise. It.
Good day.
119.1 for Barley 01.
Jacksonville Center American 25 for 1 flight level 320. American 25 for 1 Jacksonville Center. Continue to Sierra Juliet, India as planned. Jacksonville Center, swoop 639
Okay.
flight level 350.
We'll slow it down to real speed because still having trouble. Jacksonville Center is very busy.
Jacksonville Center Barley 01 flight level 300.
Barley 01 Jacksonville Center. Continue to Baca as planned.
First level, speed up back. Then we'll see. Do a real quick fuel check,
Frontier Flight 2099 flight level 360.
and then we will get back to what we were doing.
Frontier Flight 2099 Jacksonville Center. Continue to climb as planned.
Now we're still landing at midnight, and it's already. So now we're down to less than 3 hours. Get this fuel check out of the way. Last thing we want to do is run out of fuel in the middle of the Gulf of Mexico. And there it is at 111. We'll just call it 222. 222 times 6.7. No. 6.7. 1487 and change. Whoa. Yep, we're doing fine. So we were 130 over. We're now 102 over. I think that's going to be fine. I mean, we're moving quite along.
Southwest 1382, contact Miami Center on 132.35.
Oop, no, I won't. Okay, so we're here. We're going back to OnAir. So now we need to set up Seattle. So if you want to know how to set up an FBO and do the kind of weird FBO queries thing that I do, here's your chance. Do we have a fuel order in right now? Look at this. I mean, those guys won't have anything because they're new. But we are at time of needing fuel. This needs to be bigger. Do we have? We do not have a fuel order in. Okay, so let's...
You are 300 feet below your assigned altitude.
This one needs more fuel.
Level 360.
So let's... Could have done it from there. I was there. And let's just tack on another 5,000.
Frontier Flight 2099.
And there we go. And anybody else? 18 of 20, 36, 47, 47, 40. 360, 54, 55, 60. Everybody else looks good. All right, so now let's just do our fuel order. And these three won't order any because they're not ready yet.
Feet below your assigned altitude.
But we still spent $400,000 on gas.
70.
Okay, that's all done. So now we just need to add Seattle, and you do that from the world screen airport database.
71.
And Seattle is KSAT. All right. We just want to create an FBO. You can ignore this as long as you have the things you want. It's not. It comes up even after you have those things. All right, Seattle is going to be C-130, so yep, it needs 20,000 gallons. We don't need crew rooms or tie downs yet. We will be selling fuel. We'll just put in the wholesale for no. Wholesale for right now because we don't know what we're going to do. So that's not everything there is to it. It's just telling us that's how much it's going to cost. Okay, and then what we do is just hit display again so that ours shows up here. There it is. And then we need to change the name because we have a chain of FBOs, and that is Fritos and Fuel at KSEA. Save that. Now we need to do our queries. I need to pull up my sheet here. KSCA. Okay, this is San Antonio. And right now it's just C-130, so we're going to set up our first 6 queries all for C-130s. So for that, we want to do to a specific FBO. That's going to be the KSAT. We'll do our passengers first. It holds 80 passengers. We prefer first and want to return leg. That means we get 2 jobs for 1 query. And then we'll copy this action 2 more times. So we just go here. I wish you could copy, actually. Instead of having to actually do it 2 more times. Selected FBO, SAT. We want 80 passengers. First class. Add a return leg. It's not too painful once you get used to it. Selected FBOs. KSAT. 80. There we go. That's our 3. Now, if you're wondering why I'm not using these last 4, these are going to be for the ATR routes around Seattle. I want to have some queries available for them. I don't want to blow them all on just the C-130 routes from San Antonio to Seattle. So now we need to do the cargo part, right? So on the cargo part, this part's the same. Selected FBOs, KSAT, and then it's 26,000 pounds of cargo. And actually, no, not 1,000 pounds of cargo. Oh, helps if you don't put that in the wrong place, doesn't it? 26,000. And then add a return leg. Same thing here. Add a return leg. Selected FBO. KSAT. And then last one. Cargo. Add a return leg. Selected FBO. KSAT. See, that's not that painful. It really isn't. So we save our queries performance. Parameters. Exactly. So, that sets up Seattle, basically. It'll have fuel in 3 days. It's got our query set. Now, these queries are instantaneous. The second I hit that button, it made the new jobs. So we can find that. Let's see, do I have the planes at San Antonio to do this? I think I prepared for this. And let's see what we're doing on our flight while we're waiting for that. Still midnight. 21:16.
Climb and maintain flight level tree 60.
We'll push another level of go fast. Nothing to look at out here anyway. And then go back. All right.
Climb and maintain flight level tree.
If I start here in Houston Center, I'm going to start paying attention. So what do I have for a C-130 at San Antonio? I got 1, 2. Those are the ones. One's for LAX and one's for Seattle. Okay, cool. I don't know that we'll have time to do the Hawaii and Anchorage parts of this, and I certainly won't have time. I haven't figured out exactly what routes I want around LAX and Seattle, so that's more to come. And certainly feel free, if in the comments from either the San Antonio Center, LAX, or Seattle, or from Anchorage, if there are places that you'd like to see us fly to or put in routes, and we'll see what we can do. I mean, pretty sure I can make it happen, but I just need to, give me some ideas. What would be cool to fly to? I'm sure every one of you are going to choose that approach in Colorado. Been there, done that, but okay. It's a popular winter destination, so I get it. For very rich people. All right, so let's let's make sure that nobody's due in for 100 hours. 12 should be fine for an ATR out of MTM. Yeah, that's fine. So no, everybody can fly at least one more route without being in danger. Jacksonville's fine.
Good day.
Going to 13.15 Barley 01. Jacksonville Center, Barley
Alright,
01
that's taken
flight
care
level
of.
300.
Barley 01, Jacksonville Center. Continue as planned.
We will, since fuel is going great. So we need this one. And we're going to do a work order. And then we'll need to bring up our job screen.
Southwest 1828, contact Jacksonville.
Shortcut is Alt-J.
Decimal 1.
And we're going to pop this out. FBO queries. And then we're going to add a work order.
1 Southwest 1828.
This is going to, we'll do LAX first.
Frontier Flight 20.
4087.
Contact Houston Center on 127.65. Good day. Southwest 2111 climb and maintain.
Go,
flight level
and we
3.
need LAX.
American 2076
Okay,
climb. and
while it's
maintain
fetching
flight
that,
level
we'll get our
30.
pilots. Ebony and Isabel
Maintain flight level 3.
will not have these same people on both sides. And it can be Lucia and Rosanna. Sounds wonderful. So there's our crew.
Sun Country Tree.
That's for the ATR.
900 feet below your assigned altitude.
LAX. So let's go over here and pick up some stuff. But we want the stuff that pays the most that we can, not humans, because I can't fly the C-130s yet, not until. But we can take this weight, and we can take this passenger load. Let's load it. And then remember our filters. We have multiple destinations out of here. We only want to see those so that we don't send something the wrong way. And let's see what our load looks like after this. We've got about 6,000 pounds. This is a round trip, so we'll just go ahead and do the other half. That's 4091. And go to sleep when you're done, because that's an 8 hour. That's not bad. An 8 hour day. 8 hour flight time. Anyway, let's refresh. Now we do not want that. We want this. All right. So looks like we could take another 16 first class or some weight. We do have, well, 12 out. Yeah, we can make 12. Nope, that one. So we'll take that. And then that's really it for the first class. So let's. Same thing here. Alright, so now we're down to about 6,055. So let's top it out about 10K. And there are no loads that small. Alright, so this plane's going the way it is. We'll have to keep watching this and see if we need to add queries or do something else.
Contact Houston Center on
But this plane's going the way it is.
Good day.
127.65 for Barley 01. Houston Center, Barley 01
Oh.
flight level 300.
That's
Barley 01 Houston Center. Continue to Lima Echo Victor as planned. American 2076 descend and maintain flight level 340. Barley
we still got a way to go.
Contact Houston Center on 1 tree for decimal niner.
Okay.
Good day. Climb and maintain flight level 340 American 2076.
2138.
American 2076 contact Houston Center on 1 tree 2.6. Good day.
Going to 1 tree for decimal niner Barley 01. Houston Center, Barley 01 flight level 300.
Then you
Barley 01 Houston Center. Continue to Lima Echo Victor as planned.
All right. So we will continue. So we got our LAX flight going. Let's try to do our Seattle one, shall we? We need aircraft screen. All right. So now we need the other one at SAT. Oh, we got to be careful with who we choose, though, because until they take off, it's real possible to double this up.
Below your assigned altitude.
I have done that before.
Climb and maintain flight level
The
3.
infamous. Ask me how I know.
Above 280 knots.
Job screen. Let's switch this to
Not above 280 knots. American
Seattle.
411. United
Create a work order.
Heavy contact, Houston Center.
Going
on
to Seattle.
17.65.
That means 5718.
Going to 127.
And pilots. Okay, so I know I chose them before, so let's take from the bottom. Sherry and Tom.
At flight level 340 Airbus.
That's 3,000 feet difference. 5718. Yep, we got 5718. Dyslexic. All right. And then we take Steven and Vilma. There, I know I haven't taken them for the other flights, so that should be fine. All right. Shall we go find a load? Okay, that's a good passenger load for sure. And then that looks like a good cargo load.
Good day.
Refresh, and then make sure we filter out stuff we don't want. And then we'll see what our load looks like and decide if we're going to take on more. 36. Looks like a pretty good load, actually. Oh, I got to add. And then back to KSAT. 720. No. 720. Twice in a row. Okay, and then here. So at the most, if we wanted to put 5,000 pounds on, we could. Not a lot of extra first class space. I'll be honest. Oh, not even. No. I'm not going to hunt down 3,000 pounds worth of stuff. See ya.
Southwest 857, Houston.
Oh, I forgot to make sure that they were going to sleep when they got there. They did. Okay. That's good. So now we have LAX and Seattle going. See, that wasn't too tedious or bad or awful.
American 411.
Let me see how our flight's going before I decide how much more I want to take on.
Southwest 13.
Okay, we're still
Houston Center on 13.2.6.
still landing around midnight. That's in 2 hours. So we've knocked some serious time off of things.
American 411.
So hopefully we can keep this video to around 2 hours. I'm guessing that's going to be the best I can do, especially with an IFR approach, because we are above flight level 180, so it's an IFR flight plan. I cancel when we get close, but the last METL I looked at for San Antonio had haze, so I don't know that I want to do that. Certainly not at this, as soon as I can. We get, and it's not a terrible approach, it's not a really bad one as far as adding length to the flight. But one thing I do need to do is my whistle is dry, so I need to go wet it. I will be back shortly, but I will leave you with scenery. There you go. What there is here. It's clouds and ocean. You're welcome. I'll be right back.
IFR flight plan is canceled radar service terminated.
I'm back, so did Houston Center switch me off 3 more times?
Maintain VFR. Frequency change approved. Good day.
It wasn't gone that long, but I did have it. It's alright. We will remedy that immediately. So really?
Houston Center Barley 01 is type Docker TBM 915 miles southwest of Kilo Golf Alpha Oscar, flight level 300.
Right, flight following at flight level 300.
Barley 01 Houston Center. Squawk 0146.
Yeah, got it.
Squawk 0146 Barley 01.
The only thing about using hyperspeed.
Contact 18 miles southeast of Lima Sierra 08, flight level 300.
Roger Barley 01.
Through all the procedures, and then let's retry with our flight plan.
Houston Center Barley 0115 miles southeast of Lima Sierra 08, request IFR to San
So if you ever want to know
Barley 01
how to deal with it,
to San Antonio Airport as filed. Squawk 0146.
that's how you deal with it.
Barley 01 cleared to San Antonio Airport is filed. Squawk 0146.
Barley 01 readback correct. Radar contact, flight level 300. Turn right heading 280, proceed on course climb and maintain flight level 300.
280.
Turn right heading 280, proceed on course climb and maintain flight level 300
sure
Barley
that's-
01.
Barley 01 contact Houston Center on
Tracking 281, so I think we're fine. Okay, so now that we've spent a minute dealing with all that crap.
01, did you hear my last transmission?
What could you have had to say? Oh, another handoff.
6.35 Barley 01. Houston Center Barley 01 flight level 300.
I'll be handling radios for a minute, I guess.
66 contact Houston Center on 120.35. Good day. Barley 01 Houston Center, continue to Pecan as planned.
Yeah, that was my plan before I got interrupted.
United 1226 traffic is 1 o'clock 3 miles at flight level 350 going. Report them in sight.
Okay, so now we're done with you people? Alright, what is that, Louisiana? KCW. Oh yeah, that's Pecan Island right there, so okay. Alright, so we've got enough time to maybe do a little bit. Maybe I'll do the ATR route that goes from San Antonio to Roswell to Las Vegas and back. We'll try, see if we have time for that. Or do you want to see the industry stuff? See, this is why eventually, once I have enough of you that like my content, I mean, it's only been 2 months, then we'll start doing live streaming, and then you could actually tell me, no, I want to see this, or I want to see that. Right now, I have to guess. Unless you put stuff in the comments. Oh my god.
120.35. Good day.
I don't want this to be a really long, oh well, I don't want it to be an extremely long video.
120.35 Barley 01.
I mean, for me, 3 hours is long.
Houston Center Barley 01 flight level 300.
Mainly because the amount of time it takes to edit that.
Pecan as planned.
Although I'm getting...
American 2671 contact Houston Center on 124.7.
Some of these handoffs are unnecessary. What's going on there?
124.7 for American 2671. Houston Center, Spirit Wings, tree 144, flight level 320. Spirit
What is
Wings, tree
this?
144, Houston Center, continue to JPEG as planned.
We're still on our plan. I don't know what that is.
United 2589er contact, Houston Center on 124.7. Good day. United 2186.
Hollers where I'll probably have to really start paying attention.
Good day.
It gets close to the arrival. Okay, so let's see if I can do one thing before we go, or we get focused on airmanship. So let's try an ATR from San Antonio. Doing all this from San Antonio, though, I might be crowding myself and have to worry about.
Climb and maintain flight level
They need both of these to be flying, so I don't accidentally pick crews that are already assigned, right? So what else could we do? I mean, you already know all the other routes. You've seen them 100 times. That's all the stuff in the Caribbean. Maybe we'll give it a minute for the one that's heading off to... Because that's LAX, right? Yeah. The Seattle one, which is probably this one. Because it's got a... Just want to make sure they get off the ground with the right people so that those people get assigned. Oh, and I forgot to do any training. Oh, I don't think I had any trainees at San Antonio. They're all down at in the south. So maybe I'll take care of that because we're expanding. So we always have people in training.
Houston Center, Spirit Wings 409er flight level 370.
And maybe we'll look at the industry stuff because I'm a little worried about trying to get a route going now.
Continue to
All right, so here are our pilots. So I just pull up punctuality. Whoever's the least punctual, yeah, you're going to training. Start skills training. He's done. Back. Okay, next one. That's a 5. Okay, so let's do stress resistance. Might be time to hire a few more people to train. This one needs it. Oh, just the one.
American 1324 contact Houston Center on 124.
Okay, so that, all our pilots will be fully trained up after that. And if we need more pilots, it's not a problem. I do like to keep some in the pipeline, so we may hire some. Flight attendants, same thing.
Barley 01 contact Houston Center on 124.7. Good day.
124.7 for Barley 01. Houston Center Barley 01 flight level 300.
American 1324, you are 2,000 feet below your assigned altitude.
And now you see why I do all my OnAir stuff in cruise.
340.
I can handle the radios.
Barley 01 Houston Center, continue to pecan as planned. Houston Center,
9.
Wings 3144 flight level.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I stuck a 4.9 on a plane. Damn it.
Houston Center, continue to
We were at 100% reputation, but... Oh, and tomorrow is Sunday.
American 132.
Blew it. Yeah, always do my training first. This Lucas needs to go.
133.8. Good day.
All right, well, that means we might not make the reputation leaderboard. I was hoping we would tomorrow, but she might. I don't know if that 0.1 is going to be enough, but it's possible. Already training, and everybody else is good. That's everybody. All my mechanics, I think, or no, the one San Antonio. That's what I haven't done. I don't have any San Antonio mechanics yet, do I? No. Okay. Did I remember to put a turboprop workshop in San Antonio? That was part of my plan. Doesn't mean I did it. I don't see it. I do not see it. But yeah, we're going to need a turboprop level 2. We're going to need turboprops right now, and then we'll do level 2 afterwards. But yeah, we need to get that going. And how much fuel? 12,000 gallons? Well, that's not enough. Yeah, not even close. 2, 3, 4 C-130s. That's 20,000. Yeah. Let's do
133.8 for Barley 01.
There goes $1 million.
Houston Center Barley 01 flight level 300.
All right. We need tie downs at San Antonio also. That's what I'm not remembering because there are going to be planes that spend the night over there. There's going to be 1, 2 C-130s and an ATR, so 3 plus 1 extra for when I visit, so we need 4. Yeah, I forgot to do that. Otherwise, we pay parking fees, and we don't want that. All right, so I think I've got all that going. We'll take a look at the industry stuff. Since, again, until you all put stuff in the comments, I don't know which parts you really like to see in OnAir. Is it the work orders? Is it setting up the FBOs? Is it the strategy? Is it the industry stuff? And if you don't want to see the industry stuff anymore, just tell me, and I'll just do it for me. Business dashboard.
Southwest 2530.
Oh.
Southwest.
Why is this at 0?
Contact Houston Center on 124.7.
She doesn't want to work? 1 times. Oh, we need rations here. Well, that's too easy.
Houston Center on 1 tree
You
tree.
can get rations right at the airport, so let's just dump a bunch of rations on this airport. Okay, so
124.7
trading.
Southwest 2530.
I wasn't feeding them.
Going to 1 tree tree, decimal 4 spirit wings.
MMTM.
344.
And we'll just dump. Not expensive. There you go. Have all you want. Eat all you want. We'll make more. Okay, well, now you should have... You said rations. Worker. 1 food ration is needed for each worker. Fill the top left food container. Okay. But I did. Do I have to refresh it? Uh-oh. Did they break something? Because before, it just had to be at Tampico, and they were available. The rations were there for them to use. Because I don't have a way to... I don't have a way to refill it. Because this is what I just did.
Raleigh 01, contact Houston Center on 1 tree tree, decimal 4.
Fine, let's do 100.
Good day.
Because I don't care.
Spirit Wings Tree 901, contact Houston Center on 12 Southwest 2530.
Well, she just cut herself off.
Maintain flight level tree tree 0.
Going to 1 tree tree decimal for Barley 01.
Climb and maintain.
Houston Center Barley 01 flight level tree 00.
And let's see if that fixed it.
Barley 01 Houston Center, continue to MOL.
So you have to hit this button to do it? So now I've got those thousands... Oh, no, then they all showed up. Okay, that's weird. That's broken. Okay, so it shouldn't matter if I went to the trading hall and did it, or if I went to here, but here you have to hit this button for it to recognize that you did it. Because see, I only bought 100 when I went there. I bought 1,000 in the trading hall, but they're all there, so whatever. But now the workers are happy again. They're making stuff. Yeah. But here's that new stuff. The fish oil extractor, and where's the mine?
Spirit Wings.
Oh, that's a new factory, so I guess it doesn't show up like it doesn't show up here.
Above your assigned
I guess.
Descend and
I don't know.
maintain flight level tree
Oh, we've got 61 points. I'll figure out how to spend those later.
Bombardier November.
I do want to check on the other,
Is passing
the hunting camp. So there we go. That's what I was expecting to see.
450.
Make some money.
Southwest tree tree 7.
Now for my hunting camp area, I'm probably going to add this next.
Altitude, expect vectors.
They have hunting gear. See, they have rations. They have hunting gear, so they're all set here. I think we're going to build this next. Do we have everything we need? I need builders. You send 2 builders down there. Oh, and I can't tell.
Climb and maintain
It
flight
won't tell me, and that line's in the way. They're gonna have to figure out that because
and maintain flight level.
I need 10 lumber, and I'll have to figure out what I have here. Okay,
Sierra.
and put a note on that. 10 lumber.
And maintain flight level tree 20. Spirit Wings tree 144.
5. They need anything else? Not really. Oh, 2 builders. Okay. Note taken. I will deal with that later. But yes, stuff is happening.
Tree 144. You are 28 miles southeast.
So now that's running the way I expect. This one hasn't been... I haven't done anything with this yet. Once I fill this, I'm going to do the same thing here to this to double it up because that's what's going to take to keep this busy. And then we will be raking it in. Right now, we are not raking it in according to the world map.
Clear to Uring Spirit Wings tree 144.
Somehow I'm thinking that the 3 factory limit got lifted and I didn't know, and that's why I'm behind the curve here. You know what? You know how you find out? I really don't want to build another factory down there. I'll find out. I'll find out on my own and let you know. Because there was definitely a 3 factory limit before.
Barley 01, contact Houston Center on 128.
Let me see where we are.
Good day.
We're close enough where the on-air stuff is done. If you want to see more or different stuff...
Did you copy?
Jeez.
128.6 Barley 01. Houston Center Barley 01.
Let me get a word out edgeways. I'm talking to my peeps.
Barley 01, Houston Center. Continue to weigh on as planned.
Okay, so we're getting close to the Yeah, we got 2 more waypoints and we're at the arrival.
Southwest 2689 contact.
We'll continue.
On 132.15. Good day.
Fuel, we're good. I mean, that's 120 gallons.
United 1486 contact.
We're burning 50.
120.4.
And we've got an hour to go. Yeah. Good on fuel.
120.4.
But, yeah, I'm not going to have time to really do much more on air without getting interrupted all the time and what have you. But I'd love to hear from you what you think about how I've implemented your decision to go west, as far as adding Las Vegas and Roswell and LA and Seattle, or if there's other places you'd like somehow to see involved in the airline. Because I consider you my board of directors.
For United 1568. United 1179er, you are 35 miles southwest.
Now, once I get to San Antonio, the next video you'll see is me running that Roswell, Las Vegas route in an ATR. So that's coming,
United 1179er descent.
as I have managed to fix the reverse thrust issue. Oh, why am I getting a CPU warning?
ILS runway 15 right approach via Ducos transition clear to Ducos United 1179er. United 1179er contact Houston Center on 120.4.
I guess running at 3 times, whatever, speed 3 is a little much for the CPU, yeah.
And maintain flight level 340.
So that's probably going to give you all a little bit of stuttering.
Going to 120 decimal for United 117.
But I am trying to keep this video short. There's not really much to see right now, so I can't imagine the stuttering bothers you.
For Southwest 1002.
I'll drop it 1 level.
WestJet 2317 is passing flight level 355, climbing flight level 360.
I think it's ATC so far behind that it's really chewing up stuff. Let me let them catch up. Oh, something up here is causing 100%. I mean, it can't be that. That stuff, there's no level of detail that far out. There it goes. I don't have anything else running. OnAir's gone. No, I don't know. Okay, but we should brief some sort of approach, I guess. I'm expecting an RNAV to 22. I'll pull it up here. We won't need a procedure turn because our arrival brings us in. That's a straight LNAV, okay. And with VNAV. Okay, minimum's 455. Well, ours, since we don't run. We use MDA, so 1225. Set that. Well, I don't have an approach yet, I can't. I mean, I'm assuming that's what I'm going to get, but I can load it. But approach. That is the one I'm expecting. Transition. Oh, I don't know the transition. I'm gonna have to wait.
On 120.4. Good day.
Which transition they're gonna give me? What are the choices? Vectors or with WACBA? I bet it's gonna be that.
United 1179er, you are 54 miles west. Descend and maintain 11,000 feet. Expect ILS runway 15 right approach via Ducos transition. Clear to Ducos. United 1179er.
This should be the Braun arrival, so no, I'm gonna cancel this.
120 decimal for WestJet 2317. Descend and maintain 3,000
Yeah,
feet.
why are they doing this? Braun's right there, so you should be flying straight to Braun. This is incorrect.
1179er.
Taking us all the way, like, way north of Austin to come back. No. Yeah. They do vectors, what do they do? Nothing. What the heck is that? Let's cancel that. We're doing Braun 3, which
01 contact Houston Center on 132.15. Good day.
Going to 132.15 Barley 01. Houston Center Barley 01 flight level 300.
Barley 01 Houston Center, continue to REDNK as planned.
Yeah, and then Craze, and then we go into here to Braun. I don't know what the hell, why it has it going way up here. That's not Waco. No, we go to Braun. And at Braun, they should give us our approach, so that's what I'm going to have to wait for. Because that is ridiculous. No, we should be going straight to Braun. That is incorrect. You know what? I should fix
Barley
it.
01, descend and maintain flight level 200.
Descend and maintain flight level 200 Barley 01.
Okay, we're at regular speed. 200. That. IS. Pull that back. Telling me they are not going to make me fly that piece of crap. 'Cause that's not even what I just showed y'all. Find it. Can I? Oh, here. Yeah, you don't go back up here. That's if you went to Windu and came in. This is wrong, so I need to fix all of that. But if I do fix it, is it still gonna screw up ATC? I don't know. I'm not gonna care because that's not. Okay, so I gotta fix all of that. So we want Redneck, Rodeo, Braun. Everything else needs to go away because it's incorrect. Let's go back to the flight plan. Rodeo. Yeah, and then the arrival. Or is it Braun? Whatever the crap. Whoa. Okay, so yeah, that doesn't belong there.
Southwest 1002, contact Houston Center on 125.65. Good day.
That doesn't belong there. That doesn't belong there.
125.65 for Southwest
That doesn't belong there.
1002.
That's correct. See? That's what that arrival is supposed to look like. Okay. I mean, don't take my word for it. I just looked at the chart. See? Come into Braun, and then you come in, and if we're going to 2-2, it looks like we would have either a Braun would be the IAF, right? Which wasn't a choice. So I'm just gonna have to wait until they give it to me because it's not real clear what's gonna happen. So here, yeah, you would think Braun, then come in Watpa. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna put in. Where's Watpa? That below Braun? Rock, approach, 22, vectors, no, Watpa. We don't need a course reversal. Let's load it. See how stupid that gets. What is that? That must be the. That's the missed approach. That's what it should look like. That looks right. Okay, I can live with that. Where are we at? Oh, we're coming up on 20,000. We're not sped up anymore, are we? I don't like being sped up on arrivals much. Our CPU has gone back to normal. I can get rid of that. Yeah, apparently at 3 times plus a lot of ATC, it was going berserk. Now I need to move something.
United 117
This.
climb and maintain
My other screen so I can see it.
13,000
It's my knee board. I do have the Navigraph panel, but it uses more resources than you'd expect.
Southwest 181 tree.
I started out with the regular Navigraph, and I like it. It's less resource intensive than doing it in game. So when I'll show you what I'm doing, I'll just bring it back over. I just don't like. I mean, if you want to see the stuttery mess this thing can become.
Climb and maintain 13,000 feet. United 117er.
Yeah, I'm looking around. That's all how bad, and I'm not even asking it to load the flight plan yet, and it's a stuttery mess. So no. Oh, I hope I didn't just crash the sim with that. Really.
WestJet 2 tree 17. You are 300 feet below your assigned altitude.
Okay, we're back.
Maintain flight level tree 60.
I think. Okay, we're good. Yeah, no. So yeah, it was fine. The panel was great for a while, but they've added some stuff. There've been like 6 or 7 updates in the last, I don't know, 2 months, and I think they tried to cram so much into it, and they haven't worked on optimization. That's all I can guess. So I have switched back to using Navigraph charts on another screen. Sorry. Ooh, look at all those airports. We could land anywhere. 20,000 feet, so we're still on flight level. The autopilot is deciding whether it wants to or not. Now our next drop suddenly it got very quiet. I think, yeah. Going to Mahler? We're past Mahler, aren't we? Yeah, I've lost him. Damn it. So that Navigraph killed him. Alright.
United
Oh, maybe not.
117er. Contact Houston Center on 120.4.
Okay, maybe not.
Good day. WestJet 2 tree 17. Contact Houston Center on 120.4.
Not the Braun arrival. So next, they'll probably give me 8,000 at some point, I'm guessing. They can't keep us at 20.
Going to 120.4 WestJet 2 tree 17.
Well, let's keep our speed up. We're still in an arrival.
Going to 120.4 United 117er.
But that next drop is going to be pretty hectic. At Braun, we're supposed to be at 13,000, it looks like. 7,000 feet. Okay, so we'll put 13,000 in.
Houston Center Southwest 480 is passing flight level tree 15, climbing flight level.
With ATC, you can't use VPath, vertical navigation.
Houston Center.
Not until you've been cleared for the approach. They won't just clear you for the arrival and let you run it. They're going to give you an altitude and they expect you to hit it in a certain amount of time. If you don't, they kick you off your flight plan. Then you get to push buttons for a while, getting back on your flight plan. And now,
01, descend and maintain 10,000 feet.
0,000. That's okay. Well, I'll say sure.
Descend and maintain 10,000
No.
feet, Burley 01.
There are no ground issues with that. IAS, drop our power. Yeah, no, at Braun, I'll show you again. supposed to be at 13,000. Well, we're not a turbojet. But I guess we got clearance. No, it's just saying to cross 13,000. We're supposed to be between 2 and 8,000 here. 2,000 feet? Oh, for turbojets. I guess. But there's no obstructions in this area that are below 10,000 feet, so I'm going to go with what they give me unless we start getting down to in the 4,000 feet level and it's not on the chart that way. 0. Yeah, Brown is at 8,000 feet. That'll be the next call. Descending at 2,000, not quite. Power back a little more. Fuel is not a concern, so I can get rid of this. It doesn't really matter. I don't need the screen much bigger. Not worth messing with. Bring this in. This flight's gone very well. We got a lot of on-air discussion done, and you kind of saw my plan. I hope you'll let me know whether you agree with the plan or you think I did it wrong. Either way, you guys know I take your criticisms, positive and negative. Or I should... It's always positive, right? Even when you're saying you should do it different. You mean it positively. Or positively mean it, one of those things. Right, we are now descending below flight level 180, so we're going to barrow on both. I do need to remember to record what fuel I have left when we land, because I do want to know if I need to tune SimBrief. Because it gives me my fuel loads. And this aircraft I have only flown a few times. And the more data I have, the better.
Contact Houston Center on 125.65. Good day.
Well, welcome to Texas. And if you're going to go west, wouldn't you start in Texas?
Going to 125.65 Southwest, 181 tree.
Y'all. Yeah, if you haven't figured out from my
Contact Houston Center on 125.
From my intro.
Good day.
Born and raised in Texas. Lived there for a very long time.
125.65 Barley 01. Houston Center Barley 01 is at 13,000.
So far, we've managed to get almost through the whole flight without ATC dying.
Barley 01 Houston Center altimeter 29.71 continue to MARCS as planned.
1. And this one we have to do manually. Nope, the other way. Continue to where as planned? Yeah, no. Oh, he's trying to get me up to go Austin, Waco, and that whole crap. I'm not doing it. He'll just have to he'll refigure himself when we get to Braun, but oh, that's going to be a dive bomb. Yeah, he said AUS, didn't he? So he's going off the old plan. Compared to whale in his plan. Oh, it's just got itself up here. Oh, San Marcos. Yeah. No. Okay. Well, we're gonna have to see how this goes. I may end up just doing the descent on my own, because that arrival was wrong. I looked it up on the chart. Currently, we are on the correct path for the arrival. But at Braun, I'm just looking, 8,000. So I may have to tell them to take a flying leap. If they don't clear us to 8,000, then it's going to make the rest of this kind of a pain. I have been tempted to think about doing either pilot to ATC or what's the other one? FS HUD. But they sound so not great. I like the concept with pilot to ATC, but they really need to work on the natural speech stuff. Like buy a license, do something. I mean, Microsoft lets you use this sounding ATC. You just they gotta pay a license fee, which would raise the price of the software. It's also paid software, and one of them doesn't even have a trial, so I'm kind of skittish. I mean, if they want to throw it at me for free to try out and do a video on, sure. But that ain't gonna happen. That ain't gonna happen. I might as well speed up because I don't think I'm gonna get a descent from them. I'm gonna give them a chance though before I bust altitude.
Houston Center, Southwest 805 is passing flight level tree 25, climbing flight level tree 70. Southwest 805.
All right, 10,000. I guess we can
as planned.
kick on the landing lights. But we're following our plan, not that thing that was in the FMS. I wonder.
Southwest 488, contact Houston
No,
Center.
I think I would have had to correct it in the world screen because I loaded it from SimBrief into the world screen.
Southwest 181,
And I looked to make sure the Braun 3 arrival was there, but I didn't look to make sure that
good day.
it wasn't wrong. I said it looked like it was the Braun 3 arrival. I was like, all right, we're good. Then when I loaded in the sim, I checked in the FMS, the GPS, to make sure that the Braun 3 arrival was there. I think I would have had to fix it in the world screen to get ATC to respond correctly. So yeah, this one's probably going to be a Barley on his own kind of thing where they're going to kick me off of whatever. And I don't know, once I pass Braun, maybe I'll just tell them, oh no, just try again. Because they haven't assigned an approach for me, and I'm expecting that at Braun. But I loaded one, right? Yeah. So one way or another, I'll be okay. Because there's Watpa. That's the correct transition. So one way or another, we're fine. If they're expecting me to fly up to Waco to come back to San Antonio, they're smoking something.
American Niner, 6 tree heavy, contact Houston Center on 1 tree 2.15. Good day. United 117 Niner, you are 600 feet below your assigned altitude. Climb and maintain flight level tree 40.
Watpa is supposed to be at 3,500, so we cross Braun, I'm dropping to 3,500, and they can
Barley 01, contact Houston Center on 120.6.
be hopeful.
Good day.
Going to 120.6 Barley 01. Houston Center, Barley 0110,000 feet.
Barley 01, Houston Center altimeter 29.74. Continue to Braun as planned.
Oh, to Braun. They got the hint. Cool. All my whining was for nothing. Oh,
Barley 01, descend and maintain 3,500
there's the call.
Descend and maintain 3,500 feet, Barley 01.
Barley 01, contact San Antonio approach on 125.1. Good day.
Yay!
125.1 Barley 01. San Antonio approach Barley 01 is at 9,400 feet, descending 3,500 feet.
Barley 01, San Antonio approach altimeter 29.74. Continue to Braun as planned.
Gave me the right altitude. Oh, it should have been after Braun. Should have been 8,000 to Braun, I think. But that's okay. This looks good. I am less worried now. I thought for sure they were going to kick me off the plan, but now we have to see from here. I can't imagine they're going to give me any other approach. But they could, because they were going to send me on that frickin' goose chase.
Barley 01, you're 29 miles northeast. Maintain present heading and altitude. Expect RNAV Yankee runway 22 approach via Watba transition.
Ah!
Clear to Watba.
Done. Oh.
Maintain present heading and altitude. Expect
We did navigate. We got to remember to communicate.
via Watba transition cleared to Watba Barley 01.
Now, Watba is how far? Watba is 13 nautical miles. We're going to be there in 4 minutes. We need to lose 3,000 feet. We're dropping at... Yeah, we're fine. We'll put a little more power back in if we wanted. Okay. Welcome to the San Antonio area. Oh my gosh. Now, I do have an add-on airport for San Antonio, and it looks amazing. And before the new NVIDIA drivers, it ran fine. But I messed with it this afternoon just to make sure before I did this flight that I wasn't going to fly in there and then have a stuttery mess and I couldn't land. It was a stuttery mess. So I had to uninstall it. Because we're going to be doing operations out of here, hopefully I'll get a chance to put it back in after the next driver. Or tuning something else, I don't know what. But that airport ran fine on my 1080. GTX 1080. With the rest of my setup being exactly the same. So putting the 4070 is definitely runs well, so it shouldn't be that. The only other difference is I'm doing video in 2K now instead of 1080p. I may have to go back and see if that makes that much big a difference to you guys. I'll look at both. I think the 2K video looks better. And it may mean that I have a motherboard and CPU upgrade in my future. Which means I will need to save up for it. Because I don't think a Father's Day gift is going to be big enough for that. I haven't even done the research to see what CPU I would upgrade to. What motherboard should go with it. But I'm sure as opinionated as people are about AMD versus Intel versus whatever, and whichever motherboard manufacturer, I'll get all sorts of ideas. Alright, we are almost at our assigned altitude. And from here, we are starting to run the approach. Approach. As soon as we hit Watba, we will switch to approach mode. And Watba is 3,500, which is what we're going to. We'll be set for that. I'll leave it at 50%. So we should be able to now start slowing down to... need to get configured here. And that's gear time. That means it's flaps time. And time to sit up in our seat and put our feet on the rudder pedals.
1111, you are 7 miles north of San Antonio. Contact San Antonio Tower on 119.8 when inbound.
Alright, we didn't get to fly over downtown San Antonio on this arrival. That's really the highlight of this. Well, that and some of the Mission District stuff. And good mountain biking. Oh, great mountain biking in the area. And food. Oh my lord, food. Okay, so we're in good shape at Watba. After Watba, we drop to 2,600. Let's put that in. That'll be vertical speed. A little slower than we need to be right now. And then Emily W. Okay, So here, before I descend, cleared to WAPA, but we haven't been cleared for the approach. Oh, are you planning on letting me? Because I need to drop down some here. And I know if I start, you're going to yell at me. But by Emily W, I need to be at 2600. Oh, painful. Because Emily W is also where we catch the glide slope. All they did was cleared me to Watpa. I had to check back and make sure, but I knew that's the only thing I'd heard. Yeah. Via Watpa transit cleared to Watpa, but that's not. Yeah, we have not been cleared for the approach. So I have to sit here and take it. Too high. Because I know as soon as I drop down, I'm going to get yelled at. We can speed up a little bit, even with all our stuff hanging out. Oh, see, there's the glide slope. Oh my god. I'm going to be over it. Thanks, ATC. Okay, well, funny enough, the autopilot has decided it went into approach mode on its own. I didn't even hit the button. So I'm going to pull the power back a little bit. I see the runway. But now I'm expecting to get either ATC has... See? Oh, no. There we go.
Contact San Antonio Tower on 119.8 when inbound.
I thought she was going to yell at me.
Tower on 119.8 Barley 01.
But yeah, she should have cleared me for the approach. She's
San
approach
Antonio
control.
Tower Barley 018 miles northeast inbound RNAV Yankee runway 22 approach.
Barley 01, San Antonio Tower. Altimeter 29.72, wind 144 at 8.
72.
Cleared RNAV Yankee runway 22 approach.
144. Okay, that's going to be almost a direct crosswind. Okay.
Cleared RNAV Yankee runway 22 approach Barley 01.
Keep our speed up for a little bit. We are on approach. We're on glide slope. We're on localizer. Well, we're on RNAV, but you know what I mean.
Barley 01, wind 146.
There's the clearance.
Clear to land runway 22.
Clear to land runway 22 Barley 01.
Yeah, so now 146. Okay, so yeah, pretty much we're going to take about a 6-knot crosswind from the left. We can hang. Yeah, you're not really going to get to see much of downtown San Antonio from here. It's over there. That's the Tower of the Americas, I believe. We've already flown over my old house. Yeah, we're too far south already. All right. Enough jibber jabber. Get ourselves back down the glide slope since the autopilot was done. I didn't want to hear about my previous residence. Crosswind from the left. I line up on the left side of the runway then, if I can. And glide slope. Thermals on this side of the runway are ridiculous. Speed's good. Power's out. There we go. Reverse thrust. Whoa. There we go.
Barley 01, turn next taxiway.
Yeah. I don't know where our center is. I think it might be over here to the left. I didn't ask. Flaps up. Landing lights off. Taxi lights on. We're here.
Barley 01, contact ground on 121.9er.
Get off the runway and good.
121.9er.
All right, thanks guys. I appreciate you coming along. I know most of you don't like long taxis, and then the shutdown procedure in this thing is like pretty much turn it off. So if you're done, then thanks for coming along. Really appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed the Westward expansion, the beginning of. We still have to do Alaska and Hawaii. So stay tuned for that. And we'll see you next time if you're not going to hang around. If you are hanging around, then, well, I'm going to say barley out for the guys who aren't. But anybody who wants to see taxi and whatever, stick around. And then you'll get the final barley out. Let's see, ground. And we want parking, not gates.
San Antonio ground, Barley 01 taxi to parking.
What we get?
Barley 01 taxi to general aviation parking using taxiway Bravo Charlie cross runway 22 Alpha.
Taxiing to general aviation parking via taxiway Bravo Charlie cross runway 22 Alpha Barley 01.
Bravo Charlie. That makes 0 sense from the diagram. Crossing runway 22 does make sense, but there is no Bravo Charlie here. So to let you see, for those who care, I'm here. Show me Bravo Charlie. Anywhere? Now, crossing 22 makes sense because there's the general aviation stuff over here for customs anyway. But see, Bravo is this thing. Where's Charlie? Yeah. Yeah, Bravo is this guy, this long thing here. Or no, they're saying Bravo's here. So again, doesn't make sense. There's FBOs over here, sure, but where's Charlie? Is this long thing actually Charlie? But still, from here, how would I go Bravo Charlie? And then cross runway 22. Does it think I'm down here somewhere? Who knows? So, yeah, this one's fine. So much for getting to see a bunch of taxiing, because that's just wrong. I will find a place to shut down. But there are FBO services over here, it said. Let's go find what those look like. Oh, look. That looks like our speed right there. We'll head over there. There won't be anybody to park us, but that's okay. Like, hopefully there's just an entrance to it. We're done with you. All you things. And we'll just go over... We'll go over here where the things our speed are. There's a Cessna 208. That's definitely our speed. Oh, let me guess. There's no entrance. Tell way down here. Okay. The people who didn't like taxis and shutdowns, they already left. For anybody staying, oh, you'll get the whole thing. Wow, really? There's no entrance here at all? Don't make me off-road. Don't make me off-road. Isn't there one here? Okay. Well, and somebody's landing, but yeah, there's no entrance down here. Okay. Well, small plane. Back the other way we go. No, I'm not going to race the Southwest jet. Me versus 737? No. Got something flying over the airport. Was that a helicopter? Or GA? Can't tell. I don't know what he's doing. Okay, so this was the entrance. I just thought there'd be one further down. What I get for thinking. But stay tuned, because next out of San Antonio, I will be doing an ATR set of flights. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the flight. I'm going to do the front half of the trip. Well, that's a weird place for that guy to be flying. Right on the approach into the runway. I don't know where he's going. He's got his own ideas, but yeah, there's nobody here to park us, so we'll just turn around and park next to that 208, I think. So I don't see anybody. Taxi lights off. That's about right. All right, parking brake is on. Now it's time for shutdown. All those things are in the right place. We don't need bleed air. Twice we get to say that. Trim, other bleed air is off. We turn fuel selector off. You can come off. Fine. See, lights. You need the strobe on. Really, I think that just looks on. That's off though. Yeah, it's off. Okay. Well, that means the generator can go off. Right. And at that point, oh, pitot heat. That should have been turned off on arrival. Add barley. And that makes it time to down. And once the prop stops, we'll kill the battery and the light. All right. Thanks for flying with me, guys. Really appreciate it. Remember, ATR stuff coming up. And I hope you find another video of mine to watch. Barley out.